Welcome everyone to our 51st class on Shar Bitachon with our incredible teacher and inspirer, Devorah Leah Andrusier Jun, Bitachon Enthusiast. We always like to start off with giving because how we give, that's how Hashem will give to us. Tzedakah is also protection. So I'm going to put some coins in the tzedakah box. Please join me from home. We're going to say Psalm 20, Kapitachaf, for the safety of all the Jewish people in Eretz Yisrael, for the Chayalim and Chayalot, an incredible idea. Hashem should protect them on their holy mission, and for really Mashiach to come, and all the hostages should come home immediately. Okay, here goes. Psalm 20, Kapitel Chaf. And also the Tzemach Tzedek said, if we only knew the power of Tehillim, we would say it day and night. Lam natzeach mizmar leDavid yancha Adonai b'yom tzara. Yisa gevcha shem Elohei hakayv. Yishlach ezracha mikodesh umitzian yisadeka. Yiskar kol mechaisecha ve'elascha yidash nasela. Yitain lacha cholva v'avcha v'chol tescha yimale. Nerana nebeshuasecha uv'shem Eloheinu nidgal yimale Adonai kol mishalesecha. Ata yidaiti ki Hashia Adonai mishecha yaneu mishmei kachay b'gvoris eishai yiminai. Ela v'arecha v'ela v'sosim v'anachnu b'shem Adonai Eloheinu naskir. Hema karu v'nefalu v'anachnu kamnu v'nesadad. Adonai Hashia hamelach enenu v'yam karenu. We are on our 51st class of Shar Bitachon. Devorah Leah, take it away.
Thank you, Chaya. Okay, so we are in the middle of discussing the foolishness of asking Hashem for collateral. You got to give me something in order for me to buy into all of this that you want us to do, and the foolishness of that. So we're on the fourth reason, which is on the bottom of page 229. The fourth response to such a person who takes a security pledge from his friend does so for one of three reasons. One, out of concern that perhaps his friend will become poor and thus be unable to pay his debt. Number two, out of concern that perhaps he will intentionally refuse to pay his debt. Or three, perhaps his friend will die or be unable to find him. The security pledge is widely considered to be a remedy for all of these problems. Makes sense. If people were to be confident with each other insofar as these three concerns, it would without a doubt be considered a disgrace for them to take a security pledge from each other. So if I trust the people that I'm with, if I'm trusting of the people, I don't need to ask for a security pledge. And it would be hurtful for someone if I asked for a security pledge if I trust that person. All the more so when it comes to the Creator, may he be blessed, regarding whom these traits are not applicable at all. It is even more disgraceful and astonishing that people should take security pledges from him. So we're Jewish people, right? We like to know what we're getting. So, hi, we're going to give you this great product. Well, what am I going to get extra? I was coming home from my last trip in Israel. And, in the airport, they have people standing in the middle of the airport trying to sell you Dead Sea products, facial products, and they stand in the middle of the thing and they're handing you a little packet. Here, take a little package. No, thank you. It's okay. I don't need the little package. No, take the package. Take the package, and then they slowly manage to get you into the store. And then they tell you, oh, you need a little this and a little bit of this. I'm just going to do it for you. And of course, they're Israeli and you want to, okay, fine, I'll sit. I have time at the airport. And they start to smear you up. Don't worry, you don't have to pay nothing. You don't have to buy nothing, right? And then you're like, okay, fine. It's $200. If you give it to me for a discount, I'll buy it. But what are you going to give me extra? What are you going to give me for free? I want a lot of samples. That's a typical Jewish woman. And I could say it because I'm a typical Jewish woman, and this story just happened with me. With Hashem, we don't need to do that. It's foolishness. It's foolishness. Hashem is not going to forget his debt to us. Hashem is not ever going to not exist. Hashem is not going to forget us. Hashem is not going to leave us hanging. Hashem has our backs. Now, when I say that, as I say the words, Hashem is not going to leave us hanging, it very often feels like Hashem leaves us hanging. Like, I don't know what to do now. I don't know which way to go. You just gave me this peckle. You just put me in a space of this challenge. I just went through this experience, and I do feel like you've left me hanging. And we have to reinstate and re-implant this awareness. If it is happening, it needs to be happening. Now, I wanted to share one other thing that is not in here, but absolutely relates to Shar Bitachon. I'm going to get back to it. Okay. The verse already states, we're in the middle of page 230, where he's giving the quote for the proof that this is from a Torah verse. The verse already states, the silver is mine and the gold is mine. Similarly, it states, and wealth and honor are from before you. Now, the fifth response to such a person takes a security pledge from his friend to have peace of mind. Since he plans on using the pledge as payment for the debt that he is owed to him to benefit from it, or to sell it or swap it and use the money or object he receives in return as payment for the debt that he is owed to him. However, the claim of a person who thinks that he will have peace of mind from the worries of this world, if the Creator gives him his needs in advance, is false, because he cannot be confident that the money will remain in his possession, for a mishap might possibly happen to him that will separate him from it. As the verse says, he shall leave them in the midst of his days. That which they claim regarding the peace of mind that they will have when they obtain the riches of the world that they desire is also a false claim. And it is foolish for them to seek this, because it is possible that the riches themselves will be a significant cause of their troubles and grief. As our rabbis of blessed memory said, a person who increases possessions increases worries. So the fifth response is, it makes no sense to ask Hashem to give me all of what I need in advance, because I'm never satisfied. I will just continue to want more and more and more. And also, Hashem could give me how many people, I don't know the actual statistic, but people who win the lottery, very shortly after they win the lottery, they either have spent all their money, have all kinds of mental health issues, commit suicide. But what are you saying? I just got a pot of gold. We're all looking for this pot of gold. I literally just received a pot of gold. Why am I not joyous? So the first one is that he might lose his money. The second is even more powerful. What does money do to us? Money changes people. Money makes us arrogant. Money makes us cocky. Money makes us feel like we're better than. Unless we say to ourselves, I am fully aware that I am blessed with financial success because Hashem allowed me to be blessed with financial success. And because of that awareness, I am going to do the right thing with my money. But when we're looking for collateral from Hashem, or proof that he's going to take care of us, that's just silliness, because I may not even be able to enjoy it. The extreme wealth that I have, so many people with extreme wealth, you see how their Yiddishkeit deteriorates, their relationship with their friends deteriorate for all kinds of reasons. Their focus is on things that are not what their focus should be on. Yes, we're supposed to live in a physical world, but we're also supposed to be satisfied. Ezehu Ashira Samech Bechelko. Who is going to be a happy person, a fortunate man, is someone who's happy with his lot, because there's always going to be someone who has more, and there will always be someone who has less. Now, before we do the sixth one, I'm just going to talk about for a moment what I said I wanted to talk about earlier. In our world, we say we have wants and we have needs. We need food, shelter, sustenance. We need certain things. Our culture has become that our wants become needs. So when a woman is standing at her Shabbos candles and she makes her bracha and she takes her time, because that's an Eis Ratzon, and she's davening to Hashem, and she says, Hashem, You are not giving me what I need. I say to those women, sit down, take out a piece of paper, and write down what are our basic needs. And Baruch Hashem, most of the time, you are able to say, I have my basic needs. What we do is we take the word want, and it's no longer a want anymore. I want that purse. No, it's not a want. I need that purse because 6 of my friends have it. And how could I not have it? So you're right. Hashem may not be giving you what you want because Hashem knows better if that is something that's good for you or not. But it's no longer that Hashem isn't giving me what I want because that's not a want anymore. I have turned that into a need. So it is very important for us in our lives. We would be significantly happier people if our wants were in the want category very strongly. Because what I want, okay, maybe I will be lucky enough to get what I want in this particular area, but I'm not always going to get what I want. But my needs, I really need those to be taken care of. Those are in need. And Hashem absolutely does that for us. Now, there are people who struggle financially and they'll say, what do you mean? Hashem is not doing that for me. And that's where it comes in that we have the circle of life. And Hashem created people who were going to struggle financially. And Hashem created people who were going to have uber wealth in order to teach how to receive fully and in order to teach how to give fully. If nobody needed anything from us, if we never had to give, we would become a very selfish people. And if we didn't learn how to receive, if you really can't be a true receiver, if you don't know how to receive properly, it's very hard to be a true giver as well. So that was an important point that we talk about a lot in my in-person classes. Conversations come up and it's like, well, Hashem isn't giving me what I need. So I'm like, okay, give me a couple of examples. And as they're saying them out loud, a little smirk comes onto their face because they realize those are not actual needs. Those are absolute desires. And sometimes our desires are fulfilled and sometimes they aren't. And we have to be okay regardless. That doesn't mean we can't feel badly, but it shouldn't take over our lives. It shouldn't change the way that we see the world. It shouldn't change the way we connect with people. It shouldn't change the way we connect with Hashem. And it most definitely shouldn't change the way we connect with ourselves. So we are now on the 6th response. The 6th response to such a person is as follows. We're the person who is taking the security pledge from his friend. Be sure that his friend will repay his debt before its due date and would pay him double the amount that he owes in return for his waiting as a kindness towards him. He would certainly never take the security pledge for him. And here we are speaking of the Creator, may he be blessed. We know of his good conduct with us and his abundant kindness to us, both recently as well as in the past, and that he repays us for our acts of charity and service with a reward that cannot be grasped by human intellect and certainly cannot be articulated. So with a person, if I think I'm going to lend my friend something, and because he was in such a tight space and I was so kind, he's not only going to repay me, he's going to repay me early. He's going to repay me more or double what I gave him. Hashem already does that. We already talked about it. We don't have a leg to stand on if we're bargaining with Hashem. We could do all the mitzvahs and Hashem still wins just by giving us back life. So we don't have that leg to stand on with Hashem as bargaining, but we also don't need that leg to stand on with Hashem. With people, we may need that, but with Hashem, who is all powerful and does have our backs, we don't need this collateral that we speak of. We need to know with a deep awareness and knowing that Hashem's got me. Hashem's got us. Okay, we'll read now the few psukim for the sourcing, and then we will do the 7th response. As it is written, no eye had ever seen God besides yours. What is prepared for him who waits for you, since God's kindness to us is unlimited, and it is even more of a great disgrace if we were to take a security pledge from him. So that's very clear for us now. Top of page 233. The seventh response to such a person. A person who takes the security pledge from his friend only takes this pledge if he is able to supply his friend with merchandise that corresponds to the pledge of the security pledge. However, a person who takes a security pledge from the Creator, may he be blessed, by requesting God's kindness in advance of fulfilling his obligation towards him, does not have the capacity to repay with his service of God, because he is not even assured that he will be able to repay his old debts, all the more so that he can't be sure that he will be able to pay back the new ones. For even the righteous man would not be able to repay God for the good that he has bestowed on him, were it not for God helping him. So we have talked about this. We connect with Hashem. Sometimes there is sarusa deleila, where we get a spark of inspiration from above, which pulls us to Hashem. Like you just can't deny it. Everything that just happened exactly the way that he did, this is God. There is no denying it. And then there is isarusa lilatata, which is this awakening that I have to work on myself. I have to invest and work on connecting to Hashem. And when I do that, I'm able to see the beauty of God. When I'm not in that space, of course, I need Hashem. You have to give me, you have to give me, you have to give me, because I have no idea how I'm ever going to repay the original debt, the old debt, the new debt, because I'm not in a space of connecting with Hashem and doing what I need to do. Okay, as one of the pious men, top of page 234. As one of the pious, okay, sorry, I didn't give you the page number on top of page 234, and I'll just start again. As one of the pious men said in his praises of God, even the intellectual who knows you does not glory in his actions. Rather, he praises your name and your mercy, because you prepared his heart so that it will be able to know you. For through you and your help, all the children of Israel will be found to be righteous and praised, saying, we have glorified in God all day long, and we will forever praise your name. We are finished with chapter 6. We have one more chapter left for this Shar Habitachan booklet, which has absolutely enhanced my life. I am hoping that it has enhanced yours. I'm hoping that it has brought you peace and tranquility. I'm hoping that there have been experiences where you've absolutely seen Hashem. I'm hoping that you've taken my advice, and when you have those experiences where it just is God, there is just no other way. And what I say to people and what I've shared here is to write that down. Write those moments down, because inevitably you're going to go through challenge. We all do. That is what life is made of. And when I'm in this challenge and I'm feeling heavy and I'm feeling despondent and I'm feeling upset with Hashem, I take out this notebook, and it's the exact same Hashem. The exact same Hashem who aligned all of this, that it was so clear that it couldn't be anything other than God, is the exact same God that's putting me in this challenge right now. So I have to believe that if I'm going through this, I better go through this. I better not try to go around it or figure out how to get this over with. I better go through it and learn what it is I'm supposed to learn from the challenges that Hashem gives us. So we finished chapter 4, we finished chapter 5, we finished chapter 6. We have not done a live Zoom call class with questions, which I would be happy to do. It doesn't have to be just questions. If there's a concept that you're struggling with, or if there's something personal that you're going through that you want to share, it could be anonymous, it could be not anonymous, whatever you're comfortable with. But we will finish chapter 7 in probably the next 2 classes. Chaya, if you would like to organize a live Zoom, I would be happy to do that. Chapter 7 should take us also about two classes. And then we're not going to be done with you. We're going to keep you attached to our WhatsApp group. We have a really beautiful initiative that Chaya came up with that I'm going to allow her to speak on. It's has to do with my father, so it's very personal to me. It's a huge project. It has not been an easy project for me to participate in. When Chaya shares what it is, you will understand.
Thank you, Devorah Leah. That was an excellent class. I just want to say we have two WhatsApp chats, which is incredible. One is completely full, and the other one has some more room. So please join. This initiative that Devorah Leah and I are going to be doing together. Feel so humbled and honored. We are going to unveil next class. What's really so incredible is that when we're done with the Shar Bitachon, we will have reached 53 classes. This week is Chayelo. It's the birth of the Alter Rebbe and the Baal Shem Tov, two huge lights that brought in crazy lights into the world of Hasidus. And this is definitely connected. So it's super connected. Rabbi Lipsker loved Tanya. I think that was his favorite thing to learn with people. So we are going to be doing 53 chapters of Shar Bitachon when we're done, which is so in sync and so incredible. So we're going to unveil next time what we're doing. We are also going to be sharing the questions that you sent to me in the past. So do not worry, we didn't forget about them, but we want more questions. We want to really get into it because I know a lot of people have a lot that they want to ask. And we do have a Shar Bitachon enthusiast in our midst, and let's take advantage. We're going to end off with a quote of the Lubavitcher Rebbe, like we always do. It's going to be based on Elul, and we are in the month of Elul. The king is in the field, so don't be shy. Keep asking him for what we need and want. And here goes. Have you ever met the king in the field? The Lubavitcher Rebbe once asked someone. Unsure how to answer, they remained silent. Know that every time you make a blessing and say Baruch Ata Hashem, blessed are you God, you are meeting with the king in the field. And that is so profound, and it's from the Lubavitcher Rebbe. We do these classes in memory of Rabbi Shalom Dober ben Eliyahu Akiva, Rabbi Lipsker's holy neshama. Not every gem is a giant, and not every giant is a gem. Rabbi Lipsker was both a gem and a giant. We also do these classes in memory of our dear grandmothers, Rivka Dina Bas Yosef Yehuda. I hope you're proud, and we know you're proud. And Devorah Leah's grandmother, who's also like my grandmother, Rachel Bela, Bas, Shneir Zalman, we hope you're proud and we know you're proud. May we merit to see the coming of Mashiach now. Thank you. Looking forward to class number 52.